Hey guys, Carl and I today are going to give you a quick walkthrough on the DB2 Bali-song kit. What do you say, Carl? Hey guys, we're going to give you a quick walkthrough in the DB2 Bali-song kit. We have 9 flavors of these in different colors. These are real close to the DB1 Bali-song kit. This with the full titanium scales. These tie scales on the DB1 come out about a 150 in thickness each. Each one of those mics out about 150. Set that to the side. The DB2 kit has scales in the 190 range. So this happens to be Kyanite toxic, neon toxic green. And so what you get in the kit is you're going to get a blade. It'll come wrapped up like this. The blade's going to be heat treated and ground. The tang pins are going to be set. Good precision holes there. Now the blade finish is not mirror. It'll show some machining marks, but you can probably live with it if you want. You can modify them a bit. Here's a blade. That's standard. A little bit of a drop clip point there with the swedge. It's not a sharpened swedge. Here's one that I was working on and modified a little bit, knocked off the ears there, and took that down, thinned that out a little bit, and then polished up along there. You'll see another one here, kind of the same look. We mirror polished this one, and at least on the bevels there, you can see the shine, cleaned up the ears a little bit. This one's standard. This is a Kyanite lava flow finish one there, and all we did on this was buff it up. So this is all pretty much stock there. And here's one Dustin is working on in the shop here. Dustin works in production here, and this is the purple one. So he's changed the grind a little bit on that. You can see where that profile there, he raised the grind up, narrowed that, narrowed the blade a little bit, put a little notch in there, and took off the ears. So what you get in this kit is you're going to get a set of G10 or Kyanite scales. Now we've got 9 colors. The colors are limited, especially with this many colors. It gets to be a challenge to stay in stock on all of them. We're going to do our best on that. You're going to get 4 washers to fit. Now your blade pivots are going to come with the bushing fitted on there. Each bushing gets trial fitted onto there, and so that bushing is going to mic out about 156, and we'll just fit right over that. And some of them actually may be snug, and that's fine. That'll wear out in the first few minutes. Then on here you're also going to see a smaller diameter, and that's the latch pivot. Now all the hardware is pretty much identical between the DB1 and the DB2 kit, with the exception these are thicker, remember. So what we had to do is we had to go back and make the pivot slightly longer to accommodate the thicker scales. And the pivots are not interchangeable between the DB1 and the DB2. All the rest of the hardware is. Now on the DB2, the kit we're talking about now, comes with a machine liner. It's 050 titanium. You're going to stack that up on there, and then build your stack just like this and get that going. So latch is the same, screws are the same, pivots are a little bit longer, standoffs are the same, washers the same, blades the same, same profile, all interchangeable. So, and that's what you're going to get in the DB2 kit. Now we have these in 9 shades right now. We're working up a carbon fiber one, and these may come and go. So if you're seeing this video a year from today, maybe we'll have all these colors, maybe we won't. We're going to try and keep a variety of colors. We're also going to try and keep some extra handles, some extra scales on hand, so you can change the pants on them if you want. We've got Kyanite neon toxic green. Now Kyanite is a toughened acrylic. There's most acrylic shatters really easy, chips really easy. This Kyanite has I don't know what's got it in it, but it's tougher than normal acrylic. It's got pearlized metal in it, so when you buff it and that, it comes out really cool. That's neon toxic. This is lava flow. We actually have we tried a glow in the dark set of scales. And we'll see how those come out, if there's any interest in those. Now here's a purple G10, and this is what you're going to get when it's done. That purple like that. And Dustin's finished this off pretty much. Now he actually thinned this one out compared to one I did. And you can maybe see the difference on the scales there. Where the thickness here, now I've also got a liner in this one. This has an 030 liner. Plus I didn't thin out the scales at all. He does not have a liner in this one, and but thin that out. So that's what that purple is going to look like. A little bit. Now then we've got red G10. We've got some pink. We'll see how that goes. I think that'll be interesting. We'll see if we get some girls involved here into the sport. Then we've got red and black. And now the red and black is really subtle. And lots of times you can see layers in some of this G10 that's layered. And those of you that had experience with layered colored G10. Now, this is a bit different. The layers are really subtle. In fact, invisible. And this is this material here. And it's going to say red and black layered G10, but in truth, when you finish it off, what you're going to get is mostly black with flashes of maroon in there. As you roll it in the light, you'll see maroon flashes coming in and out of play as the light plays across a polished piece of G10, but you're not going to see distinct layers like 2x2. This is 1x1. There's a lot of bleed through on the maroon and the red, so it comes out mostly black, but a nice shade, kind of a cool shade of black. And again, you'll see some occasional flashes of maroon or red as you roll it through the light. Now this one, I put a red liner in here just to accent that and bring out some extra color. But be aware that if you're going to get this red and black, you're not going to see lines, you're not going to see contours. You're just going to see subtle color variations on that. So just a heads up on that. Then we've got the neon green and straight black G10. All right, so finishing one of these off, you can, this one, we didn't do anything with. We basically took this Kieranite and buffed it and used the buffer just around over the edges. Put it together, polished it up, the latch a little bit, the edges, gave the blade just a quick once over, and that's it. Now I can tell you that, and it fits together perfectly, no issues that way. My taste is, after a bit, it's a bit flat, and you probably want to come round that off a little bit. You'll see that's pretty square in there, and so we'll probably come back and round that over a little bit. Now to do that in practice, scale here, we've got an edge scribe right here, and we're just going to walk through just a bit. What you're going to want to do is just mark an edge. Now how you put a square edge on this or a straight line on this, pick an arbitrary point halfway or so and just scribe an edge, a mark there. Then come along and scribe another grind mark or sanding line, put another edge, put another scribe mark along the top. Run that along there evenly, keep away from the holes. Run that about halfway down there. Then sand that part off. Just sand there to maybe a 45-degree angle from one scribe mark on the top of your blade there to the center scribe mark you have there. Kind of round that off to a 45. And from there, then just round it over with a piece of sandpaper. You can finish these things off with absolutely no problem. Just sandpaper, rounding that off, and that'll help you get a more consistent, if you put scribe marks along the edge, you're going to end up with a more consistent round over all the way around. You're going to see that edge and that edge matches up, and that's kind of what you're looking for. If you just go up to the grinder or sander and just start taking off without any marks to go to, you're going to find that it's uneven. So just a little bit of time there. You can use a drill, you can use an edge marker, all different kind of things. We just happen to have a knife scribe there. So put a scribe mark around there, put it along the top, sand that down, and then round over with sandpaper, put it together, you're done. Now in this one, I added a liner, 030 liner. It's a red G10 liner in there. And I had to come back and get some screws with longer length on these 8 screws here. All the rest fit. But I did have to go with longer screws there because these have only so much room to meet in that space here, and they were just a few threads short there. So I went made some extra longer screws there to fasten into these spacers. And that was really it for that mod. That G10 liner highlights it out. Now on this one, Dustin finished this and thinned out the scales, as I mentioned earlier. And he took the material off of the top. What we'd suggest maybe is taking the material off the bottom. You're going to see on these, they're countersunk everywhere where they need to be. On the top, the holes are located, countersunk, done deal. Go up to your platen or just go across on sandpaper like that. Keep the pressure even. You don't want it cockeyed. You know, it's square now and it's going to fit on your liners square and flush. But take off that material evenly off of the back if you want to thin that without adding thickness. If you're going to put a liner in there or something like that. Or round it over on top if you're going to take off material that way, but then you're going to have to countersink again. If you've got a countersink on this one, he didn't use any countersink tools. He just used drill bits sized appropriately for the heads of the screw. And the pivots worked out. He's totally fine with that. It looks great. Now he put some holes in here and beveled out these lightning holes, that kind of thing. You don't have to. Obviously, that's all up to you. Now this G10 is going to be way easier to slot, like maybe a Benchmade 51. If you're going to get some slots in there, make your marks, drill some holes, use a file, use a rotary tool, some sandpaper to clean up the edges, you're good to go. And so that's really it on the Benchmade, on the DB2. And feel free to modify the blades. Don't forget that part of it. Get some different blades. Here's a comparison on what a standard blade might look like. One mod there and another mod there. He took that grind is all the way up. Tiny swedge, took the swedge back a little bit, put in some different profile there. So as you're grinding this 440C blade, it's heat treated. It won't be any problem if you get any heat discoloration around that. It's not going to get in and affect the temper on the cutting edge. Just keep any color away as you're grinding, and then sand it off. It's not going to hurt it. If this turns out to be 52 or 53 RC because you ground a little bit, it's only going to go in a fraction. It's not a cutting edge. It's not going to hurt anything. Just stay away from the edge. Now, as you do go through and clean these up, what you are going to have to do on the blades, and I should have mentioned that, is there's really aggressive water jet marks around the edge. All around the perimeter, you're going to find pretty aggressive water jet marks and some discoloration from heat treat and grinding and that kind of thing. You're going to want to sand all that off. So that can be done with just regular sandpaper, wooden dowel, or you can use a grinder with a small wheel attachment. You can use a stone grinder if you want to knock off the ears, horns, whatever you want to call those, and round off the point there if that's what you want to do. But you'll want to clean that up. Now these blades are not sharpened when you get them. They're going to have about a 20,000 edge on them, and you can use them for a trainer, and then when you're ready, give them sharpen up. If you're going to buy a kit and you're not comfortable sharpening, or you just prefer not to, for a small fee, we can get them sharpened for you before we ship them out. So that's it today. That's the DB2. Look forward to seeing your pictures on those. Thanks for your business. Have a good one.